So, Szymon, thanks for coming today for this testimonial. Really do appreciate you coming. I'm going to ask you a few questions about Vanquish and just want to give your honest opinion on them. So I'll kickstart with the first question.
Yeah.
Challenges were you facing before partnering with Vanquish Solutions, and how were they affecting your business?
So before the inception of Zenith Capital, I was actually involved in creating trading software and selling it to the retail on the retail level as well. With premiums between 5 to 2.5 grand per software. So in terms of the challenges we faced, again, it was obviously trying to reach out to the right markets. But then I think the biggest difference was that once we've provided the software that we've backtested and created, and we knew it was a decent value for the money, the people would never sort of follow up on the risk management itself. We gave them the options and we gave them the recommendations as to what we would do as a risk management strategy in place, but they would just gamble with the money. We've had feedback from investors saying they made 50% in 1 week, and then they blew the account next week because obviously they were just riding really high risk settings, which we never accepted or recommended or anything like that. But it sort of generated that uneasy feeling that people are losing money because of not understanding the extent that trading is a long-term investment. It's not an overnight get rich quick scheme sort of thing. So with those sort of were the main challenges, that even though we had a good software in our opinion, it wasn't doing as well as we knew it could because of the actual investor or the trader influence and impact on the settings and how they traded it. So yeah, they were probably the biggest issues we've had, because obviously once you've got first negative review because someone blew their account, not listening to us, they will never admit that. They will just say it's the software is no good, don't waste your money and stuff like that. So that was probably one of the biggest challenges, is just trying to keep the name and the reputation and the services at the level that we wanted, which I think now with Vanquish is what we can offer, because obviously there's no third-party intervention from the investors itself. It's all managed by by Vanquish and by the team, which means that we can run it the way that we want it to be run, and that there is no greed or fear or anything like that in place.
Yeah. So just leaning on that as well, what I'd ask is, so what made you choose Vanquish Solutions? So obviously you had all those headaches, all those pain points. So why choose Vanquish Solutions to then take that into what you now have today?
I mean, to be honest, it was by chance, really. As I was exploring, some searches and stuff, I came across Vanquish's website, and the more I read about it, the more interesting it was. I filled up my application, and Reese reached out, and he was great. He answered every silly question I had. He talked me through for hours without even me committing. He was really on the case from day one, in terms of guiding me through, almost holding my hand through the whole process from start to finish. So having that experience with the support that Reese provided, and all of the systems and back office data that you guys provide, it sort of was a no-brainer to us to get on board, because it answers a lot of questions, and it gives me a lot of great pitches to my investors, because I was where they were before I met Vanquish, in terms of trying trading on my own, using software, using buying courses and stuff like that, which nothing ever worked really. And having that solution all under one sort of brand with Vanquish, one place to go, I've got everything I need. It's just made my life so simple. It's unreal.
Yeah, so we do say we are the 360-degree solution for everyone that wants to set up what we offer. And just leading on what Reese offers a white glove solution for everything he does from start to finish. He will answer any pain points. He's literally the best person for the job, and we like, yeah, we love
I can agree with that. Yeah.
it.
I'm pretty sure that with certain questions I've had and the times I sent them as well, you know, a lot of people would have given up.
Yeah, I know, I know. No, he's good. He's really good, and yeah, it's great to hear that. So just lean on to the next question now. How was working with Vanquish Solutions impacted your business or operations?
Well, you know, it definitely improved our overall offering to the clients that we have. You know, everything that is now in place, you know, gives us efficiency. It's a fairly straightforward registration process, and there is no, you know, there's no hurdles for the investors to actually join. You know, now that we've got the account set up, we've got the links that set up, and everything is done. You know, depending on how quickly they update the risk mandate and stuff, you know, they can be set up as quickly as 48 hours, I would say. So it really is an easy way for us to, you know, deal with investors and sort of, you know, retain them when they're interested, rather than, you know, trying to give them a software, explain what each setting means, explain how it works, and then, you know, install it for them or help them. It's just, it was too complicated on the previous sort of, you know, business side we've had. So yeah, definitely, you know, the solutions you provide streamlined everything our end. You know, obviously there's little sort of data that we keep in terms of any sensitivity. Everything is sort of kept with either brokers or you know, through the risk mandate. So we actually don't have any exposure to, you know, clients' funds, anything like that. So it keeps us, you know, in a much safer position. You know, if we were ever, you know, subject to any sort of cyber attack or anything like that. I'm saying that because I just submitted our cyber insurance questionnaire today, so it's on my mind.
Yeah, of
But you
course.
know, it gives us peace of mind because, you know, if something were to happen, we actually don't hold anything confidential. We don't keep any accounts numbers, we don't any passwords, we don't have any access to that. So it's just an easy sort of administration for us in terms of just getting the leads, getting the investors interested, explaining what we offer, what we do, and let them make the decision into what they want to invest. So yeah, it definitely makes our life easier in terms of the sort of the boring admin stuff,
Yeah,
and lets us focus more on the, you know, challenging networking and sourcing investors stuff.
yeah, of course. Well, that's simply all everyone needs to do is actually about become partners with. It's just you have a network of individuals there, and they're looking to do forex trading or crypto trading, wherever they decide to be, and we just plant the dots. We basically
Mm,
put them with where they need to go, show them the ropes, and then the way to go is to plug and play. And it's very straightforward. And like I said, you don't have to deal with the regulatory things because that's covered by third parties that we partner up with, and they handle all the KYC checks, the AML checks, everything that you would normally find. We kind of outsource that and makes our life streamlined. And
absolutely.
that's everything we provide in this is umbrella and our solution package. So no, really,
Yeah. And
really.
I think it's also benefit to the investors themselves because all they do is, you know, take a day or two to set it up. And then, you know, they can just sit, you know, go back to their 9 to 5, you know, focus on what they have to do to, you know, earn their money every day. And the investments work for them, rather than them spending, you know, hours on charts and following signals that, you know, yeah, it's just a great solution.
Completely hands-free for the investor. The investor sign up to the broker, they deposit, they sign the LPOA, and that's it. They're
Yeah,
set to and training begins. It's so straightforward, and that's what we try to do. We try to streamline everything as much as we can, and that's down. That we just want to make it efficient as possible. As soon as you get an investor, it should be ABC trading,
absolutely. And
and
it
that's
is, and it is. You know, we've had, like I said, we've onboarded a couple of investors, and you know, they couldn't be happier in terms of what the solution is. You know, they had questions about the, you know, the setup and whatever, but it's just standard. You know, they never done it before. But imagine them trying to do it when they want to trade themselves.
nightmare.
It's never gonna happen. You know, and they do luckily understand all the risks involved, and you know, there's no guarantees. So you know, they quite sort of knowledgeable about it. but also it doesn't require them to be on the ball,
Yeah.
following the markets, finding the trends, and it's just a great experience for them.
We handle that. We handle that, and it just it's just puts that pressure off the trader who does want to invest in trade, and we kind of take that responsibility with our proven track records and trading strategies. And the client, like I said, plug and play, and that's all they
Yeah,
go.
absolutely.
That kind of leads on to the next question. I think we already spoke about it, but it'd be good to hear it again. But can you describe your experience working with the Vanquish Solution team?
Yeah, of course, it's been a pleasure. Everyone I dealt with, has been very professional, very responsive, and I mean, 11 p.m. response because I texted them at half 10 in the night. I've got this habit of, because I worked with retail traders in the past, the clock doesn't, the job doesn't finish at 5 o'clock. So, people who have 9 till 5, they would contact me at 7, 9, 10, 11, because that's when they can. And I've sort of, adapted to that. So, being responsive at, all kinds of hours, is really, sits well with me. And I have to apologize to him, and then probably his family, because it might affect him, but, it's been great. He's very responsive, and everyone I spoke with, very knowledgeable, whether it comes to the actual strategies, or giving us, any advice and help in, how to pitch, how to address concerns, how to, discuss anything with the investors. I've sent, probably, a couple of dozens of questions to Reese, because I wasn't ready to answer those when I was asked. And, he came back to me, with answers that not only made perfect sense to the investor, but it also allowed me to understand, what's behind it. So the next time something similar comes up, I can answer that questions based on the understanding I've got now, rather than, going back and forth and asking the same questions, which, just makes me sound more professional, and be more professional in front of the investors, when I can answer it straight away, rather than, oh, let me get back to you in, 12 to 24 hours.
Course. No, that's great. I've got really nothing more to touch on that. And I really do appreciate that answer to that question. We do at Vanquish, our main sort of what I think we do so well is, like I said, get back to our clients as soon as we can, provide the answers and everything that is needed for you to basically upscale and grow your business as quickly and efficient as possible.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to do. We from the ground upwards. Communication is the most important thing, and as long as you communicate to your partners and clients, that's all that matters.
Absolutely.
And we just scale and grow from there. So really appreciate that answer.
No, and in all fairness, I don't really feel like a client of Vanquish. I feel more like a partner. Like, it is such a difference, where I don't have, it's not like, oh, I've signed up for services and I'm not just a number, it's more to do that. I feel, appreciated with every silly question I have. There is no judgments. There is no, oh my God, it's him again sort of response. It's always very professional, and it feels like, we're on the same sort of, partner level, where we can discuss everything, and anything, really.
That's so great to hear, because that's exactly our ethos. That's our goal. That's what we want to achieve. So amazing. Next one would be, what stands out the most to you about the service provided by Vanquish Solutions? One thing.
Well, it's the package. It's all in one. It's one service that, has everything in it. I didn't have to worry about finding out strategies that will work. I don't have to worry about finding a asset management firm to support me in that journey. I don't have to worry about compliance, or any. Well, I do, but what I like, in terms of the actual oversight of compliance. Yeah, it's all there. Everything is there. The selections of reputable brokers, the risk mandates, the documents, everything is part of the package. So all I'm left to do is just advertise it, and grow my business, because everything else is sort of done for you, or done for me in that case. Which is perfect, because at the end of the day, if I can bring investors, that's what I want to focus on. I don't want to be, trading myself and making sure that they can copy my trades because they won't be as good as yours. I can assure you of that. It's just that it's one solution that answers every need that I have as a business.
Yeah.
But it also is sort of tailored to the investors themselves, because obviously we've got now 7 strategies that I offer. I know there's an 8th one, but I'm sort of waiting for the 12-month data before I offer it on our website, because it's a big part of my sort of selling pitch that, we have to have 12 months of data on fact sheets before we put it out. So, the strategies grow, and like you've said, they will continue to, to expand the portfolio. So, we can cater for someone who, wants the 8% a year with 2% drawdown, and we can cater for someone who wants the EMA strategy, because they don't really care that much about the 25% drawdown, that they want the returns. So it just gives us the freedom to offer all of that, at no extra cost, of course, because it's all part of the package. So it just works so well.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because what we found and why we've kind of started Vanquish Solutions, because we had all the backbone, we had everything that has to start this. But when people want to come to us and be like, we want to get involved, they want to add their own twist. They want to add something different to it. And that's where they market it a bit differently. They have their own colors, branding, they target a different audience that we would never do. So us coming with partnership, with us providing the infrastructure, and then you basically just creating your own twist to it to tailor it how you want, it's the perfect formula to then expand that out to wherever you want to go. And that's where the synergy comes from, and the partnership. I think it works really hand in hand.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, because it's, like I find it that, whenever I'm in my meetings and stuff, people do find it relatable to what I've been through in my sort of last 6 years of trading and trying to make it and break it, they find it very relatable to, their experiences if they tried it. So it's an easier sell or easier pitch for me to do, because they understand that I understand what they experiencing right now, and with sort of my focus into the the retail element of it. Obviously, if we do have a high net worth individual who wants to invest, we will not turn them away. But our core focus for the first sort of year or two of Zenith is the retail element, to make sure that people who would otherwise fall victims to scams on social media and whatever we've mentioned before, they have an alternative that is transparent, is trustworthy, and I'm not hiding behind a balaclava. There are people in balaclavas selling signals. It's yeah, it's just that I'm very happy to show my face behind the Zenith brand. I'm happy to meet with people, and I'm not hiding behind anything, because I believe in the process. I believe in the if in what I'm trying to build with Zenith, with the support of Vanquish, which wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for the solution, the one in all package that you offer.
Yeah, and just touch on that as well, which is I think why our solution package is so good as well. We can set both retail, just touching on what you said, both retail and the high net worth individuals. Most people that do this kind of setup, they kind of find that they only go for high net worth individuals. But across UK and Europe, especially, we can actually access that retail trader, and we can show them that there is a good side to what we do, and it's not just scam, or it's not just horrible things that you see on the internet and everything that scares people about the Forex industry and Forex or even crypto trading. We're kind of revolutionize that, and we're trying to be at the forefront of there needs to be a change, and we're here to make that change and make good to what's bad out there.
Are you stealing my pitch right now?
I'm just trying to why we started this company, and the ethos behind it was for that. That was our main focus, because I was a victim to a scam when I first started all those 10 years ago. And then I was like, there has to be good in this industry, and it has to change for the retail audience anyway. And that's where sort of Vanquish Solution came apart, and kind of where we started it. So that answer is just it's breath of fresh air for us, because it's just like we are doing the good out
and I think I like the partnership, because our values align really well into what we want to deliver, and what we want to, offer at the end of the day. I want to be able to sort of, sleep at night
Mhm.
knowing that I add value to people's and investors, portfolios and stuff, rather than, sleeping on a money bags because I've scammed someone out of thousands, with rug pulls and whatever
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
happens nowadays. So yeah, it's that vision, that I really share with you about how to change the perception of what Forex and cryptocurrency are, because it is a number one, sort of a red flag whenever
Mm.
I come into a networking meeting and I say, we offer Forex trading, and when they ask, what sort of strategies we've got, and when I say, oh, we can trade Bitcoin on, on one of the strategies, and everyone is like, oh, crypto, it's a scam, and it's just, trying to, one person at a time, the perception changes, they trust us, they invest with us, and I've got no doubt that, in 6 to 9 months' time, once they've seen, the performance, the transparency, the communication with customer support, they will be recommending us further to their friends, family, and we will grow within that retail space, which will, we're trying to build Zenith as basis for the retail investors, because we want them to have a fighting chance nowadays, really, with the cost of living and everything that is just, soaring. It is just give, someone like me, before I open Zenith, an opportunity to actually, be part of something legit and something really good that has potential to be, a life changer for many if they stay, on a strategy like EMA for 5, 10, 15 years. And if it performs the way it does, it's just a massive change.
It is. That kind of leads on to sort of the next question. Um, how has our partnership helped Zenith Capital Ltd achieve its goals or improve outcomes for your clients? We kind of touched on it, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we probably did, but the benefits for the clients is the quick onboarding, the very straightforward onboarding process, professional risk management of their investments, the institutional grade strategies that we can offer now, and most of all, it's a hands-free investment. It's not it's not buying and holding shares and stocks and whatever for hoping that they will always go up in value. We benefit from the price fluctuations, which is sort of a daily occurrence. And if we've got good strategies, it is a consistent, reliable, repeatable sort of process. As proven by performance. I know the future doesn't, it's
yeah,
not but we can, this is the only way we can sort of discuss it, is based on our past performance.
yeah,
It delivers.
yeah,
There is risk. Obviously, we can't guarantee it will be the same, but it's the best we can offer within the trading space. So all of those factors, are a massive benefit to our investors, who find it, really easy to follow, really easy to sign up, and then just, check their account now and then, and reach out to us whether they've got any questions or any issues. But we like to think that we do a good job at the induction element of acquiring an investor, where we discuss everything in a great detail, so they are aware of the risks, the drawdowns, the possible losing days, weeks, or months. Like it will happen, but we're not shy away from it. And in terms of us as Zenith Capital, we are only at the beginning of our journey, so our goals are set. But we are gonna, I've got every confidence that by working with you and the solutions you provide, we are going to meet our goals. And then once we've established ourselves with enough marketing, ads, and especially word of mouth from the investors we've managed to source through our networking,
mhm.
we will smash those goals. We will just, it will be, I don't want to say easy. It's not going to be easy, but
Exactly.
it is achievable. Like, we believe strongly that our targets and our goals are very achievable, and that, we probably have, the first time we've set them, they were based on the three strategies. Now,
Mhm.
with the selection of seven, we probably underestimated our goals.
Yeah,
Uh, but I just feel like, it's better to smash them and be happy about it than go back and try to, recalculate and re-engineer what we've
Yeah.
set up. We've got a 3-year plan that we want to sort of stick to. Obviously, if the year one changes drastically to, much better than we thought, we might revisit it. But the first sort of 3 years of focusing on the retail market, is there set in stone, and we are going to work, hard to achieve it. And like I've said, I've got no doubt that with our work ethic and with, your support and your solutions, it's just a matter of when.
Yeah. So that kind of leads to the last question now. Would you recommend Fang Solution to others? And if so, why?
Well, yeah, I would. I would definitely recommend, your solutions, because of the simplicity, the all-in-one solution, helping other businesses, especially like startup like ours. All we have to sort of, all we have to worry about is making it work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I know is a massive part of it, but at least it takes away the stress of creating everything from scratch. We've got access to great strategies. We've got access to, the PAM accounts with really reasonable minimum deposits. Well,
Yeah.
reasonable. They're great. They retail level
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So we could offer all of those at those levels that we've discussed, which, aligns with our sort of strategy and growth plans, which we wouldn't be able to do if we were on our own. Not to mention the, getting the deals with the brokers, we wouldn't even think about FC regulation, which would put us in a really high sort of danger zone.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anyone is looking for, a solution to improve their business model or to start new business, I would say that, Vanquish Solutions are a great partner,
Mhm.
to be in bed with, because the support, whatever you offer is such a good value, to us as a startup, to our small team, to just work on what we have to work on, introducing investors and getting them on board, rather than worrying about the technicality of executing trades or copy trading or setting up pumps. It's just takes away all that, stress, hassle, and technical knowledge from us, and we can just focus on making Zenith great.
Yeah. Well, look, Simon, that's the end of this testimonial. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for your answers. They were amazing. And here's for future 2025 and for the future of this business.
Yeah, absolutely. I really look forward to see what the 2025 has in stock, and I'm very positive. I'm really excited about it. For
Well,
the
until
first time in years when it comes to trading forex as well. So that's a massive, shift.
yeah, yeah. No, look, amazing. Like I said, I'm going to end the meeting now, but I really do appreciate it. And thank you for your time.
No, cheers. Thank you for your time. Thanks.